Well, hello, my sacred Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? This is Kat here from Triple Thread Tarot. I'm here to do your mid-month May. I'm going to sage your cards a little bit here with some sage and cedar and sweetgrass. This is actually a smudge bundle that I got from Abenaki Trading Company up in Edgecombe, Maine. They have Native American smudge sticks that are actually grown and bound here in the state. They also have flutes and jewelry and totems and ceremonial smoking mix and a whole bunch of other things. So if you really want to get quality smudge sticks, right, that are organically grown, that are hand bound, that have that kind of energy, you can actually contact them. I'll leave the link down below when I get done. I've been doing that on a couple of videos just to give them a little shout out because they were incredibly awesome to my son and I when we were there. He is part Micmac, and she gave me some really good resources to investigate his history, his ancestry, all that kind of thing. I've been looking for his great-great-grandmother, and haven't been able to find enough on her, so she gave me some resources for that, which I hugely appreciate. Additionally, there's a singing group that she gave me information on, so we're going to be checking all of that stuff out. But in the meantime, I thought I would give her a shout out in case you want to check out some of this stuff. Okay, this is Osha root that I also got from her. This is also, you can use it in your tea. It's a healing herb, but it's great for smudging, and it smells unbelievable, so unbelievably good. All right, let's start with your general reading, Sag. I'm going to start with the general reading, and then I have the Good Tarot over here and Murder of Crows. And it's kind of like, I tried an experimental reading before I went on camera for myself just to see how this turned out. And the Good Tarot is supposed to be read in the upright. These are positive, spiritually encouraging meanings of cards. And this is the Murder of Crows, which kind of gives you the darker side, like the shadow side. So it was really interesting to do a read and then get the positive and the negative aspects that may be at play, kind of in separate imagery that you can see it more clearly with. So I thought I would do that. It's been a kind of interesting experiment, but I hope that you like it. If you do, leave me comments down below that you'd like to see more readings done in this way. I'm happy to do that for you if this works for you guys. All right. Protections are going in the tarot, divine messages, truth, clarity, and healing. Two of Cups. Love interest. Ooh, look what just came out. Four of Wands, okay? Twin Flame. And Four of Cups, not taking the offer, rejecting the offer. Huh. Interesting, Sagittarius. You're going to have to tell me what that's about. Or maybe you don't want to. But, definitely could be moving into a, see, Page of Cups. Someone came in with an offer of love for you. This is a Two of Cups scenario. You guys are either soulmates or twin flame with this 11-11. Could be a serious committed relationship. Could be marriage. Something of that nature is what, is the obstacle here. But somehow you don't want to accept the full offering of this love. And I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's find out what's going on there. Queen of Wands. So inspired, passionate, creative, vivacious, magical, happy with self. Yeah, definitely you got a good head on your shoulders. You definitely know what you deserve and what you want. That is for sure. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know, maybe you're not as grounded right now going into the future, the immediate future. Or maybe you don't have your finances in order the way you would like to be self-supporting enough to want to actually entertain this. Or maybe you're just focused on career. But definitely an offer came in. Something about a timeout. Needing some time to figure this all out. King of Swords in your environment. So maybe this is the energy, this masculine energy of one of these two in the pair that is giving you this reason to think about it. King of Swords can be very forthright and very blunt and very cutting to the core of the matter. And the reverse can be, verbally abusive and negative, but in the upright, generally just blunt and This is the way things are, you know. Definitely speaks their mind. Let's see what we've got here for hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. What are your hopes and fears, Saggy, around this? Because you definitely have this refusal in the subconscious of love. So I'm wondering what's going on there. Or maybe it's commitment. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, we're talking about the negatives are in money, right? The negatives are in your ability to generate coin. It's either study or traditions or norm, like learning something or getting your career in order. Somehow your career is not where you want it to be, I don't think, or there's not enough money here. Like, I don't know, I hate to say it, but maybe you or them has trouble with their career, and that's a fear for you. Page of Wands. There's definitely an offer of passion coming in, an offer of love, and an offer of chemistry and passion here. So there's passion between you guys, and there's an offer of love, but money somehow is an issue here. They're very blunt, right? Interesting. All right, I'm going to take the Good Tarot here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the Murder of Crows first, and then we'll go to the Good Tarot. I'm going to do the bad first, and then the good next. And it's not really bad. It's just the shadow aspects of what's going on here that, you know, you guys aren't talking about. And maybe I can give you some clarity here with some messages from Spirit. And some of these, this is a brand new deck. I just got it yesterday, so I haven't read the artist's interpretations of every single one of these cards. So if I have to grab that, I do apologize. But I thought it was worth kind of taking that leap of faith with doing the reading this way, because it occurred to me that it would be a good thing for you guys to see. Okay. Can I get more clarity? Yeah. Okay, so you're trying to manifest something into your life here. But I will say, with this card of manifestation comes the warning on the Magician, because I got this card earlier today in this particular deck, that trying to carefully construct the words that you use, the speech that you use, carefully navigating everything with that other person. So they will perceive you a certain way. They will only see what you want them to see. Trying to control the outcome with the words you speak can be manipulative, okay? So I'm going to put that out there on the table. And the Empress. So you've got two energies here with, you know, both parties. You got the Magician here, kind of doing that manifestation. And then this is not the Empress. This is the High Priestess in this deck. Sorry, I believe. Hold on a second. This is, I should know this by that. Oh, yeah, it's High Priestess. Yeah. So you have this inner knowing. And you kind of feel like they hem and haw about you, right? They have a lot of things to say, and they're kind of trying to feather your nest. Pour yourself into silence that pulls around you in the silver light of the moon, and drift down past dreams and hopes and desires, releasing them as you submerge until you reach the center, until you comprehend what the truth is here. It sounds like they're telling you what you want to hear, and you know, and maybe they're telling you what you want to hear, or you're telling them what they want to hear, because this is all about trying to manifest what you want, and it's kind of a deceptive nature. And this is about telling somebody, see how there's like feathering the nest here on her forehead. Interesting. So those two are very interesting, particularly where you got the King of Swords, and that person is all about being blunt. But maybe you feel like they're telling you what you want to hear, or you're telling them what they want to hear, and down deep in the subconscious here, you're not accepting that love. That can be a very confusing place for someone to be in. Hold on a second here. You do have an inner knowing, though. This High Priestess is about intuition as well. 3, and I've shuffled these cards, so how bizarre is that? Oh, it's 3 of Swords, okay. There was heartbreak and deception and cheating here in the past, with this either happened to both of you in your individual situations or between you. And I'm not sure here exactly what that is. But there are plenty of deep wounds that you both have to survive that pierced your heart at many angles, right? And there's a memory here that's taking a long time to heal. So just remember that constant attention to our pain and not submitting to the love that is offered can sometimes be like self-protection, right? From this pain that we endured. Interesting. And maybe you feel like they're trying to manipulate you and feather your nest, but they're actually being honest with you, and you only have that perception because of this Three of Swords heartache, treachery in the past that's happened to you, and it's not really them. You're projecting. That's possible too. Let's get the good tarot and see what Spirit has to say with these cards. There's a reason you're not taking this cup of love. You're not taking this offer. And they're being very blunt and truthful with you, I think, in this environment with the King of Swords. They don't generally make stuff up unless that's in reverse. Maybe you're still healing from something that happened in the past. Spirit, can you give me something for Sagittarius, please, here? That will give them a little more clarity, advice, positive aspects of what they should be perceiving here. Okay, let's see. Four of Water. So that's kind of like Four of Cups, but I'll read them all. I'm just going to grab the cards first. That one wanted to come out, but I'm still going to let it. Oh, there we go. Five of Earth. So that's like Five of Wands. That's working in harmony. Can be collaboration, can be an equal partnership, can be like interdependency here. Like being interdependent, not codependent. Interesting. The Fool. This is taking a leap of faith and knowing the universe has your back. And this is the Hierophant, having that inner knowing that it's going to be okay. And you got the High Priestess too. So you definitely... It's not like you're outright rejecting this, right? But it's like the inner heart is like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let me get this. Let me do the readings here from this. And, you know, I promise you, I'll get up to speed on these cards once I have them more than a day. But I just really felt like it was necessary to give this to you guys. Four of Water, ownership and the beauty of the divine order, trusting in a solid foundation. So this Four of Water almost feels like the Four of Cups here, a solid foundation, right? These are like the Hopa, the marriage, right? Twin flame kind of situation here. And this is a foundation. It says, even if I feel shaken up and I'm unable to understand why things are happening as they do, I know for certain that divine order manifests in all aspects of my life. What I have built rests on a solid foundation, so there is no need for you to fear. What is true, that nothing is permanent in the material world, I will find security in the existence of the divine plan. Spirit is always there to remind me that I am exactly where I am meant to be for my highest good and the highest good of all, and that I always will have abundance available to me. So I think there's some definite trust issues here that are going on because of this past experience with the broken heart. And you may feel that they're trying to feather your nest here and tell you things that are not true, or like, you know, the abundance of compliments or the things that you're not used to hearing from this individual make you very wary. But they are the King of Swords, so they're telling you the truth, even if it's coming out in some bizarre way that you're not used to hearing. I think there's some sincerity there. They are passionate about you. They are romantically connected to you. And I think you have to have a little more faith here that the divine plan is in order where this is concerned. Five of Earth. So, alternative forms of abundance, the illusion of lack, overlooked treasures. So there's an illusion of lack here, right? She has an illusion of lack. Like, why is he saying this to me? Why is she saying this to me? I'm talking feminine energy here, but you can reverse the roles. Like, when they compliment you on something, do you take it to heart as being true? Does it resonate as true? Or is there some like, oh my God, they're manipulating with their words here just to trick me somehow, right? All is not as it seems, so this is a time to look again. A change in perception can bring into focus the results that I seek, just in a different form than they're expected this time. I am called to move away from poverty consciousness and scarcity and open my eyes to the treasure that is before me. The illusion of wealth gives way to true abundance. There's no need to fear that the rug will be pulled out from under me. What we draw attention to grows. I count my blessings and I realize I have far more than I thought I did. Probably in this individual, right? Nice. And then the Fool, we all know the beautiful Fool, right? It's taking that leap of faith. It's taking that spiritual journey. It's connecting with the divine and knowing that everything happens for a reason on your journey of life, right? You know that you're learning. This is still a learning, healing process, but, you know, the reason I bring the dark aspects into these readings now, and I think I'm going to do this going forward for a little while, see how you guys like it, is I think a lot of times when we listen to tarot readings, we hear about the other person and what they've done or aren't doing, but the corrective behavior that needs to happen in our own hearts, the transformation that needs to happen in our own hearts, is a much smaller aspect of the bigger picture here when it's presented sometimes, right? So I think having some clarity on where we have our own shortcomings and seeing that maybe they do mean it, maybe they are being honest, maybe they're not being manipulative, maybe there's more positivity here than comes to the surface in your own mind, because our perceptions can be warped by what we've gone through, right? This is, I can take a risk and trust with faith that anything is possible. I am meant to experience this. So, you know, the flattery, the words, the bluntness, the I'm interested in you, the passion, the chemistry, you're supposed to be hearing it. It's part of your journey, right? Interesting. Love that. And let me just get the Hierophant for you, and then we'll get some oracle cards, okay? Hierophant. Da, da, da. I don't know where she is in this, but here we go. Spiritual practice. When this card appears, it reminds me to be committed to a spiritual practice and to ensure conscious contact with my higher power. When I have a daily practice of prayer and meditation, steeped in gratitude and committed to being a co-creator, life will work out in a wondrous way. Rituals are in my highest good at this time. Exchanging vows is also highlighted. Wow, is also highlighted. So I think, I think you just need to trust in the divine that this is something you're meant to experience and enjoy the ride, you know, and be less guarded. You know, down deep, that you've got it going on, right? And they do too. They do too. And whether money is an issue, all of this conformity, you know, to societal rules and expectations around what the other person is bringing to the relationship that have to do with things other than the heart, right? And the compatibility that you guys have, the chemistry and the compatibility combination. You know, that can all be fixed. That can all change overnight. You know what I mean? That can all change overnight. So Saggy, what else do we have for you here? Let's see here. I'm going to grab Moonology, see if I can give you a quick overview of what to take away from this. I wouldn't let money be an undermining factor in a relationship, honestly. It's a brave new world out there. Everything's changing rapidly. Rapid pace change, you know? And I would just watch out that if one of you was hurt or both of you were hurt in past relationships, that you take the leap of faith that the other person is actually being honest and forthright in what they have to say to you, particularly if it's positive, okay? We can always believe the negative, right? That's easier to do. That one wants to come out, so I'm going to grab him. A new start is coming. See, this is a new start for you. I love that. I love that. Okay. So, Saggy, if this resonated with you, let me know. And, you know, it's just a mid-month, so we'll get to more when we get to June. But, I think there's some very good things going on here. And I think that the doubt and the concern and the fear that this all feels familiar, or the trying to create this perception of them from yourself and vice versa, like you guys need to just be yourselves, you know, and not worry about this. You are two different people than the people you interacted with. Do you know what I mean? you're different than the person you were with before, and they're different than the person they were with before. And just because you guys came together doesn't mean it's going to be the same old routine with this broken heart at all. In fact, I see Two of Cups here. I see soulmates and I see twin flame. Twin flame journey can be a little difficult because you guys are so similar that you kind of push each other's buttons a little bit, but that is also an opportunity for growth. So don't underestimate what that can do for both of you in terms of your spiritual evolution and your life journey and your path. But this is love and passion, for you. So I don't know if I'd be so quick to ignore that, because I think they're being sincere. I don't think that this is a lie. Okay? All right, guys. Love you. Take care. Have a great month. I'm probably going to do something with this shadow deck next week that will be focused specifically on those aspects, and those who are into that can check it out, and not, don't. You can just move on. But if you'd like to connect with me in other places, you can go to Facebook or Instagram, and please give me a like, share, subscribe here so that these messages can get out into the Sagittarian community and resonate with other Saggies who need to hear the same message, because you'd be amazed at how the collective goes through things that are very similar at the same time. And if you've done any watching of tarot at all, I think you've come to realize how spooky that actually is. But there's a reason for it. We all have our karmic cycles. We were all put on this planet to do something, and it has a lot to do with our natal charts. And sometimes we find ourselves in the same or relatively similar situations, right? So, all right, with that, I bid you adieu, and I will talk to you at the end of the month. Thanks, guys. Bye.